So I will be giving you some glimpse of the strengthening QA/QC system, because since these CEMS have been installed, we have a large number of the CEMS installed in different industries. But the basic issue of data quality is still is a challenge. And I would like to focus that only here. We started basically from CPCB, issued the directions to install CEMS in 17 highly polluting categories of industries in February 2014. And then draft notification on real-time monitoring of emissions and effluents was released by the Government of India, MOEF and CPCB in 2015. So continuous real-time emission data directly to regulator is planned in this, so that we can have periodic review of these data and the control mechanism of the different industries with respect to the emissions as well as the effluents. But the data credibility is a challenge. So there is a need of robust QA/QC in my opinion. So regulatory evolution in India, CPCB issued the CEMS guideline, CEMS framework, and NPL certification agency for the analyzers. 2017 Supreme Court also directed State Pollution Control Board to display CEMS data publicly on the online portal. 2018 CPCB issued the revised CEMS implementation guideline, including calibration, QA, and as well as the data handling. 2019 NPL was designated as a national agency for the verification and certification, but for long time the work could not be taken up by the NPL due to COVID and other issues, which has been now geared up recently in 2025 only. So there is a lag of 5-6 years, you can imagine. Then 2024 efforts were geared up, and then now they have started in 2025 issuing the certification as well as the verification certificates. These are the industrial sectors which I was discussing of very highly polluting industries, 17 categories. So this is the list of those industries here, and beside these 17 category of industries, there are some other sources to be installed with CEMS, like hazardous waste incinerators, biomedical waste incinerators, common effluent treatment plants, sewage treatment plants, STPs. So scale of CEMS implementation in India, approximate statistics from government and research studies. Highly polluting industries 3,758, industries installed CEMS and reporting data 3,430, non-complying industries 328, additional implementation details around 2,764 industries were targeted initially. By March 2016, nearly 80% installed the CEMS. And types of the CEMS implemented, typical pollutants monitored for the stack emissions, PM dust, SO2, NOx, CO, CO2, oxygen, and for effluent monitoring, pH, COD, BOD, TSS, flow, ammonia, and TOC. Typical technologies which are employed by various manufacturers, NDIR, ND-UV gas analyzers, UV DOAS, FTIR, tunable diode laser, beta attenuation, light scattering for PM. But I think now with the development of more technologies, this may again be reviewed by the CPCB, and they may give a review of new technologies also. Then CEMS architecture is given here. Industrial stack, CEMS, I had given the main parameters. Then data acquisition system is there. Directly data has to be given to the state boards and the Central Pollution Control Board. And the security of data transmission is ensured through GPRS, internet, VPN. Data also goes to the State Pollution Control Board as well as to the Central Pollution Control Board. And data processing and validation is done, but this need again, I would say, the review and more data validation is required still without any manipulation of the data. A regulatory dashboard and public portal is already in place, and this is again detailed architecture. I am not going into this to explain to you here. This is highly technical. Then overview of CEMS operations and responsibilities has also been given very clearly in our guidelines. CPCB has issued guideline, and you will find all these things in those guidelines already. So environmental laboratories has a different mandate. Then CEMS vendors has also the mandate. Then industries has the mandates, and SPCB has the mandate. So very well defined what are their duties and responsibilities with respect to the CEMS framework. Then CEMS operational flow. So here you can see very clearly, I am not going to explain each and everything, but you can see here accreditation laboratories are supposed to do the calibration performance test and conduct isokinetic sampling, submits report in the standard format to the industry. So why I am highlighting this only, this is still lacking. Since beginning, CPCB even issued a circular that there should be third party accredited laboratories in India which can do this task, and they have to be listed on the CPCB portal. But in my opinion, no laboratory has been accredited so far. So there is a big gap here. So we need to develop the capacity building in not only in the accreditation authorities like NABL or any other IQAS or any other agency who are providing the accreditation to the, and I still myself discussed several times with the CEO of the NABL. Then he came to me that, sir, we don't have the protocol, how to accredit them. So I would like to bring into the my friends from the NPL UK, if they can provide such the protocol, so we can insist upon the accreditation agencies to accredit based on that protocol, so that this lacking part in India can be filled here. Rest are being taken care of. So major gaps in CEMS implementation in India: instrument quality and certification. So I will go now fast because my friend Kanchan has already listed all these things in a short and better way. So these are the main problems. Main analyzers not internationally, many of the analyzers are not internationally certified. Lack of performance testing before installation is one of the gray area. Then sensor drift and frequent malfunctioning is a issue. Vendors with inconsistent quality. Then although CSIR NPL was designated in 2019, I told you, but they have started functioning now, and still they have to go miles from as on date, because they are just initial stage. So major issues reported in the calibration and QA/QC: no mandatory Cal 2, Cal 3 system as per you were explaining about the EN 14181 equivalent, which is also going to be revised, you told. Then lack of traceable calibration gases is a issue in India. But now, for your information, I can tell you that NPL is now producing some gases in India itself. Reference gases I am talking, CO, CO2, NO, and SO2. 4 gases I know which they are manufacturing. Anyone can source these gases, reference gases from them. Then improper probe installation, high stack temperature and dust affecting sensors. That is because dust is too much in India. So this is a very frequent issue. Then frequent bypassing of the monitors. So our chairman of Andhra was also here, and he was explaining you when they visit industry, they find very nice, there is no emission, and they tell that this has been out of order for last 1 day or 2 days, like that. But there are some issues in the implementation. So data quality problems. So observed issues are data spikes and unrealistic values, 0 or negative values. Sometimes you find only the same value is going on. So it means something is not good with the data handling. Then data gaps, incorrect units, tampering or bypassing. So these are major issues. So I would like to say we cannot do everything with the technology. We have to do some certain things with our moral. So we should be honest. So until unless we are not honest, no technology can help you. Then a regulator often hesitate to use CEMS data for enforcement because of reliability of this issue was raised by so many speakers, and they are raising this issue again and again, that why this CEMS, when you have the data, online system, acquisition system, why you are not making it as a mandatory regulatory tool? So this is the reason only, last line you can read here, that data is not reliable, as of now also. So until unless you improve the data quality,